Hi, my name is Lindy from Project Portfolio Office. In this video, I'm going to share all the basics that you need to know when working with list pages in PPO. To start off with, if I click directly on the project main menu, that takes me through to a project list. So that's how you access your project list page. And then same if you want to access your resources. If you click on resources, it takes you through to the resource list in PPO. For demonstration purposes, I'm going to use the risk entity. So to get to your underlying project-related entities, whether it's risks, issues, decisions, and the rest that are listed over here, you simply hover over projects and click on risks. So that would get you through to the risk list. Okay, to start off with, I'm going to talk to the filter control. So by default, we apply a project global filter when we are on a project-related entity list so that we only focus on active projects as well as only active risks. By applying these, I still have the ability to get to my items that have been closed out. All I need to do is remove the only open risks global filter that allows me to see items that have already been closed out. To get my filter control back to default so that I only focus on my active items, I click on the reset button on the far right hand side of the filter control, and that then focuses me only on the active risks on this list. I can also, in the filter control, do additional filtering. If I select project, I can either apply a specific filter or I can select a specific project to focus on. So here I have filtered for the cash flow boost project and I can see it as 2 risks. I'm just removing that filter. In addition, we can filter on risks, which also gives us the ability to apply a filter. So I might only want to see the major risks. If I remove that filter, lastly, we can also filter on field level. So I might only want to see risks where the risk owner is Barry Lineker. By removing this filter, again, I will focus on only the active risks. Lastly, when it comes to filtering, the widgets on the right-hand side, our bar charts and the donut charts, also have the filtering capability. So if I maybe just want to have a look at these couple of amber risks or risks that are due soon, I click within the widget itself, and then it slims down my list and does the automatic filtering. So there I'm just going to remove that again. The next item that I'm going to focus on, so on this bar on the blue bar, on the far right hand side, we have a settings button, and there's a couple of things that we as users have control over, our own preferences. So the first thing is the columns that we see when we are on a list page, the number of items that we see when we are on a list page, as well as the widgets. So if I click on the settings icon, I can now decide what I want to see in terms of columns. I might want to remove the last update date. I might want to add the contact person and potentially days overdue. I can also change the sort order of these columns on this page and simply click on submit. Then PPO will inherit that as my personal preference. Clicking on the settings icon again on the right hand side under appearance, the maximum page size is 200. So this is basically talking to the number of items that you can see on a list page. So if you have more than 200 items, you'll see the paging will apply here and you can flip through the different pages. Then we have our charts. So PPO has 5 charts that you can build in terms of widgets on your list pages. The first one is a key metric, a donut, a tree map, a bar chart, as well as a line chart. By default, there are a couple that have already been set up. You have the ability to change their sort order if needed. You can copy these widgets, edit them, or remove them from your list. You also have the ability to build new ones. You simply just click on one of these, fill in what needs to be filled in, save, and submit. Okay, next is a quick rundown on our action buttons over here as well as our action icons. So depending on your user group settings, you will either have the ability to add, edit, view, or delete. So it all depends on your user group access. So you can either do a single add, which opens up in a side panel. Under actions, you can add or edit in grid. Export, you have the ability to export either all the columns in this list into a CSV format or just the current columns that you see on your list. I can, from the view button, either view my board. So if I click on the board view, it will take me through to the board view of the specific entity that I was looking at, just going back to my risk list. Looking at the action icons, the first one allows you to view the item in the side panel. If I just close that one, you can either do a single edit by using the edit icon. It takes you directly into edit mode where you can update what you need to. Click on submit. Even better, if I click into any one of these fields where there's a little blue pencil, I can do a multiple edit. So I might want to close out this one and close out this risk and potentially reassign this risk to a different risk owner. And I can just simply click on submit. The last two that I want to cover is we have the ability to add a new line in order to add a brand new risk. If we need a little bit more screen space, we have the ability to hide the widgets on the right-hand side. So I might want to add a new risk. It will show me all the required fields that need to be captured in order for me to submit this. I can cancel that if I have done it incorrectly. I can also copy an item on the list. So here I can click on copy. I might have this same risk applicable to another project. So let me just select that. And I can simply click on submit. If I would like to get my widgets back after I've done all my multiple edits, I simply click on this icon to unhide it. I hope you find this valuable. Thank you so much for watching.